Great pleasure to welcome to the program right now a man who'll be coming to town with a great show at the Van Wezel coming up on April the 2nd. It's called In the Mood, featuring some of that great World War II big band and swing music. We're joined by the producer and the conductor of the orchestra, Bud Forrest, today by telephone. And Bud, thanks for being with us. How are you?
Well, it's a real pleasure to talk to you down in Sarasota. How are you today?
I'm doing great. You're in right now as we tape this, middle of the country in beautiful Lincoln, Nebraska. How are things out there?
Well, the weather could be a little improved, but we're very excited. We have 2,100 people coming to a sold-out show at the University of Nebraska, and we're doing that kind of business. People are enjoying In the Mood across the country.
It really looks like, just checking the website out, a great show and kind of a throwback to the way entertainment used to be in those years. It's that type of show, isn't it, where it brings you back to that type of great music of Glenn Miller and Tommy Dorsey and those great bands, right?
Right. It's a real cross-section, retro look at the times and the music. And there's no story to In the Mood, but as the people all know, it's the music that is the story. The great songs of the big band era, from Tuxedo Junction to Boogie Woogie Bugle Boy to, of course, In the Mood, and on and on and on. It's just, there's so much wonderful music that one of the hardest jobs I have is knowing what songs to leave out, because it's just such a wealth of material.
Yeah, you go back, and we play a lot of it on this particular show on WSLR, and it's the type of music that so many people obviously grew up with, the whole generation at that time, that really was the soundtrack of the 30s and the 40s, and it still resonates today, doesn't it, with many people?
Oh, absolutely. It's not only the people who lived through that period, but we're finding that even the next generation, their children are coming to see what their parents are all crazy about. And a lot of young kids are into swing dancing and just discover what a big band is really like. Once they hear it, they say, wow, I didn't know. And so we have a good group of youngsters coming, as well as our senior folks. And it's a real family, wonderful way to spend an evening.
About every 10 years, it seems to come back. I started doing a big band show in college radio in the 80s, and it kind of came back then for a while, then about 10 years later, and then now it's coming back again. I think younger people enjoy that kind of music, because a lot of the modern music today doesn't have that kind of sound to it.
Well, a good melody and a good rhythm will last forever. I mean, you take a song like Stardust, which was written in 1927, and it's the most recorded song in history through all generations, and it's still with us today, and people recognize it. And why is that? Well, because the melody is haunting. It's something people can relate to. The lyrics, as well as the style of the big bands, it just carries it forward to present day as well.
And this show's been going on, I believe we talked yesterday, this is the 17th year, right, Bud?
Absolutely. On 16th, we'll be going to head on our 17th tour next September, where we're have the real good fortune to be going off to Australia for a number of weeks before we come back and tour the United States again.
How did you get involved with it or put this together?
Well, I had this crazy idea back in 1988 in Washington, D.C., put together three young ladies singing some of the music of the Andrews Sisters, but by the time I got to Boogie Woogie Bugle Boy, I didn't have a trumpet player, so I added a 9-piece band, and that grew to 12. I added a male singer, and it just grew and grew and grew until 1993. They asked us to perform on the steps of the National Archives building. They closed off Constitution Avenue, and we had 5,000 people show up one night, and in the audience were the headquarters people for the USO. And they asked us, could we tour for a couple of years as part of the 50th commemorative activities of World War II. And so in 94 is when we started traveling, and in 96 we went on our own. And, I still shake my head in disbelief that we're still doing it, and I guess it's a testament to the music and the style of the big bands.
You do like they did in the old days, a lot of one-nighters, right, Bud?
All over the country. This tour, our spring tour, started in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, and here I am talking to you about Sarasota, Florida. So 15,000 miles on the spring tour alone keeps us young and healthy, and seeing more interstates and Walmarts than most people.
Well, it's coming up on April the 2nd here in Sarasota at the Van Wezel. In the Mood is the name of the show, and Bud Forrest, we've been talking to, is not only the producer but also conducts the orchestra. And Bud, I guess, do you get a lot of young people that probably want to be part of this show? I mean, it's probably not many young people that have heard these songs until they get in the cast, but I'm sure it's kind of fun to get new talent in the show, right?
Well, my musicians are from all across the country, and they are very experienced. We're not a bunch of youngsters just starting out. They have guys that have been, that have been playing 20, 30, 40 years. Mm-hmm. They're very experienced in knowing how to play this kind of music. But singers and dancers, just by the virtue they have to be, twirl and flip upside down. They tend to be in their 20s and 30s, but they are still understand what this music is like, and I think that's what makes it the mood so successful, is that I think we've really recreated this period. This is not just a concert. It's really a musical review, giving everybody a flavor of the vocal groups, the singers, the swing dancers, as well, of course, as a wonderful big band. And I know we're performing in Clearwater at the Ruth Eckerd Hall the day before, and I understand that show is completely sold out already. So I have no reason to think that we couldn't get the wonderful people of Sarasota to come and support this as well.
I know the audiences down here love that type of music. Anytime an artist comes in that sings or a band that comes in that plays the type of 40s music, and this is going to be no different. It's called In the Mood, April 2nd again. And Bud Forrest, a pleasure to meet you, and we look forward to seeing you when you come to town. Thanks for being with us today.
Well, thank you for your support, and look forward to meeting everybody as well.